Yeah, guys, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. What's up? Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Kekeli, how are you doing? Good morning, Kekeli. How is it going? Yeah, feeling well. I'm fine. Just a little tired from the journey, but I'm fine. Just a little tired. But we need to make money, so we move, guys. We move. Just feeling a little tired because of the journey from Friday. Saturday was busy. Yesterday we journeyed back to Accra. So I feel a little tired, but we still make money. That is what's important. We are here to make money, guys. Thank you, Mr. Lavex. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, let's see. Okay, we're also live on YouTube. Awesome. Is the screen showing clearly? Can you hear me clearly? Is everything good, guys? Is everything good? Can you see my screen clearly? Can you hear me clearly? Let me know in the comments. Is everything good? Awesome. Okay. And how's your weekend been? Someone said, Wagwan. Me good. How's your weekend been, guys? How's your weekend? Mine was good. My mom's birthday was yesterday, so we surprised her. She didn't know we were coming. So we surprised her. The kids were with her, so we went to surprise her. And we spent some time with the kids. And all. So yeah, it was quite an interesting one. There was no trading for me over the weekend, but I really enjoyed the time with family and also the time with my kids. Anyway, guys, how was yours? It was good. Awesome. How was your weekend, guys? You did it low-key too much. You could have seen the love on IG. Yeah. One, I didn't want her to know we're surprising her. I didn't want her to know. We took a whole pork. You know pork, right? We took a whole pork there that was already marinated and all. We took it there and got some drinks. Just like a very small family thing. It was good. You went to learn swimming and you nearly drowned. That was my story some time back. I nearly drowned. But it's fine. Ismail, I'm glad you're alive. Ismail said he nearly drowned while learning how to swim. Anyway, guys, let's just begin. Let's begin for today. Let's cut to the chase. Okay. So let's just see. Let's start with USD. Let's see how last week's trades went for us. If you can't see my screen, let me know. Let me just add this to it so you guys can see the let me see, replay mode description. Okay, so you guys can see the currency pair on the screen, watermarked on the screen. Okay, and guys, by the way, let's share the live. The likes are too low and the shares are too low, guys. The shares are too low. You guys are not sharing the live. Let's share the live. Let's get other people joining. Myself, I've not even shared the live. I just remembered I've not shared it to the community. Let me just share it to the community now. Let me share the live to the community now. And guys, help me share the live too. Share it to your Instagram, to your friends. Let them know we're about to analyze live here for the week. I'm sharing it to the community now. Someone said I still can't see. You can't see what is going on my screen. What exactly? Okay, now I've shared the live. We should have more people joining now. The pair name, this is Euro USD. We will start with Euro USD. We are gonna do gold, Euro USD, BTC USD, silver, and GBP USD. That is what we do every single Monday. We come live to analyze these 5 pairs, and maybe any other pair you guys want, I can also come in to analyze that, okay? But these are the 5 pairs that we focus on. That is what we are going to be focusing on today too, all right? Okay, let's just start with the daily time frame. So this is Euro USD, right? Euro USD. And on Euro USD, you guys remember we had this level, this break and retest level. From last week, we had this zone. Price actually bought from our zone on Euro USD. I think it was somewhere here. Was it this area? How many of you remember the setup we had on Euro USD? It was somewhere here. Either here or here, one of it. Market had that massive pull into the zone, right? We had this, and then we have this sell zone here. Price is not yet at the sell zone we had on Euro USD, this sell zone here, right? So let's just see. Let's check on GBP USD. On G, we had a possible sell zone below here. Let me see if you guys can see my screen. On GBP USD, we had the possible sell zone we were looking at last week, right? From that level. But then it seems market still hasn't tapped there. So we are going to leave. We'll come back to analyze everything afresh. Just checking our trades from last week. Okay, so on silver, we had these zones on silver last week. We had this possible buy zone here, which price almost tapped and then pushed up, leaving us behind, right? Now this sells, I remember very well, this sell happened on, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday or something, the sells here. So we had some kind of reaction from the sell zone and markets broke it, and then now I'm pushing up. Let's quickly check on BTC, if our setup on BTC played out. Okay, BTC is still within the sell zone. So we had this sell zone on BTC, right? We've already had a tap there in the zone, about 3 taps in the zone here. Price entered the zone. It's still just consolidating inside the sell zone we had on BTC USD. And guys, you guys know how gold went for us last week. We had a 100% win rate on gold, and on Friday, just some NFP scalps of about 53 pips, right? Just messed up our 100% win rate. Yeah, but last week was very good. We had a very good win last week. Overall, as a community and those in the VIP, we had very good setups playing out throughout. So let's hope for same this week. Now I'm going to start analyzing Euro USD. Let me remove drawings and let's start from the daily time frame. I always say I've not analyzed this already. Whenever I come live on Mondays, I don't even know what market has done during Asian session. I'm doing everything fresh with you guys. So I don't even know what Euro USD is looking at. I've not analyzed it down to come and kind of copy and paste for you guys. Everything I'm doing it as if how I would do it if I were analyzing without anyone here, right? Or without anyone watching me. That is how I'd have gone about it. Let me increase this AC. Okay. So on Euro USD, I can still see that let's just start understanding what markets did previously. Let's delete this. Okay, so on Euro USD, we can see we had that consolidation here, right? Just like we had last week. And then we had this candle breaking out of the consolidation. Now we broke out of this resistance we have here. We broke out of this resistance we have here on Euro USD, right? This candle came back to retest that zone, and then now we have price kind of consolidating in this area here. So you're not going to make sense of what market is doing. But bear in mind, on Euro USD, I had a sell zone from last week. That is what market is actually playing around now. This sell zone we have here. This area here, right? On the daily time frame. That is what market is reacting now. But we had to refine it on the lower time frame. So let's go to 4-hour. Let's try and then make sense of what market is doing now. So on the 4-hour time frame, the level we marked on the daily could be refined to this level, right? This other block here. Now, if you look at this whole structure, you can see market is trending to the upside, right? But then where can we possibly be looking for possible sells from? Because now we have a sell zone here. Market seems to have tapped the sell zone. Let me add some zeros to it. Market seems to have tapped this zone, right? But then if market is retracing, where could we possibly be having buy entries from? Now, the first one I can see is this level here, right? And the reason is we have market giving us market is already giving bullish momentum, right? Now we're having market pushing up, dropping, pushing up another higher high, dropping. This formed an equal, but didn't break this previous low. Then we had a new high, right? So for market to also create new highs like what it's been doing, we need to kind of retrace and then push up again, right? So I'm looking at market retracing from this level to give us possible entries for new buy momentum. And if you guys remember, we caught USD all the way from the bottom here, either somewhere here. Where was it? I think so. Yes, on this consolidation, we caught USD last week Monday. Go and check the live from last week Monday. We had a buy zone from there that market has bought massively from. Let me add some zeros to this. So this is gonna be my first possible buy zone I'm going to be looking at. Okay, this level here. So we have our first possible buy zone here. For the sell zone, it seems to have been tapped already. So I don't know if we should be looking for sales, but let's go to 1 hour and let's see something. Let me just check 3 hour quickly. Okay, the sell zone is okay. 2 hour. There, sorry, the buy zone is okay. Now for the sell zone on the 2 hour time frame, we'll have it somewhere here. I think this is the one we had from last week. The sell zone we refined, right? So if you're looking for possible push up again or possible, retracement, that might be in this zone, this 2 hour zone. Let's see if it matches with the 1 hour zone also. So the 1 hour zone is somewhere here. So let's stick to the 1 hour order block. You can see we had this order block here. We had this massive drop, right? This massive candle dropping. It left this candle behind, which was the order block. The candle that had most of the bulk orders being placed on, right? And then it dropped. So that same candle can be a possible entry for new selling position or new bearish momentum for people to short, right? So we have our first possible buy zone here, and then I'll have my possible sell zone here. So we have a zone here and then a zone below. Let's hope we get a zone to zone trade on this possible sell zone. But overall, I'm hoping that we get into the buy zone because the buy zone looks good. It looks good, okay? The buy zone looks good. The sell zone is okay, but the buy zone looks better for me. Just hoping we have something like this, like a push up, something like this, okay? And then we come back into this area. We come back here and then we break the zone eventually. Make sense? Does it make sense, guys? Because in this whole structure, we don't have any level market has left behind aside this area. That is the only one on that structure. Make sense, guys? Does it make sense? Does it make sense, my people? Does it make sense? Do you understand? Is it clear? Awesome. Awesome. So today, tomorrow, I'm looking at, your USD can be slow sometimes, right? So today and tomorrow, I'm looking at price reacting in any of the zones, either the sell zone here or the buy zone here. So let's keep an eye out for these two zones today and tomorrow, right? Okay, if it's clear, time frame, I'm currently on the 1 hour time frame. And guys, if you want the setup, if you can't see the price, you don't have to worry. After the live, I'm going to send everything to the community, okay? I'm going to send every single setup to the community. So you can download it, you can check it in the community, and then mark the same zones on your chart or set alerts on your chart for yourself, okay? So that'll be it. That'll be it for your USD. Okay, now let's move on to GBP USD. Now GU, I had just a buy zone on GU, this buy zone here, and then the sell zone was way above here. I don't know if my buyers on GU is gonna change today because I don't have any of my zones tapped from last week. Okay, let me select a new GU chart so that I keep my previous chart just in case price taps any of the zones. Let's start from the daily time frame on GBP USD. I'm on a daily time frame now, guys, so let's just start. Now, on daily, GU is not really doing anything. Like I said some weeks back, this whole area here is one messy area for GU. Like basically just consolidating. From June, it's been consolidating. From May, June, it's been consolidating from this area. Not really giving any major movement from that area, right? But then, consolidating markets or ranging markets, we'll still have to find a way to trade it, okay? Where we trade the tops and then the bottoms of the range. Now, in this case, let's try to understand what market is doing. So, let's take this level as the top of our range. I'm not going to include this upper level in, okay? We're just going to take it from this level. That's the way I mark my levels. Maybe if you are my mentee, you understand how I mark my levels. Okay, so we'll take it from this resistance, right? We take it from that resistance, and then for the bottom, we take it from this level here. Because market is ranging, we have to devise a way to just make money on it. Okay, so now if you are looking at the top of the range and the bottom of the range, it means we are, who is sending a request? It means we are expecting price to get here, retrace or get here, and then push up, right? Now, in this whole structure, as market is trending to this area, the only level I can see market has left behind in the range is this level. So that's gonna be my first buy zone on the daily time frame, guys. And I'm pretty sure if I do my analysis, it's gonna bring me back to the same setup I had initially, right? Which was this. I don't know how this analysis is going to play out, but I have a feeling I'm still going to end up with these same zones. But let's just see. I'm not sure about it. Okay, so let's just have a possible buy zone here. Let's extend this. Okay, for the sell zone, let's see. Now, for the sell zone in this area, this is the top of the range, right? The one I marked, the top of the range here. But then, if we look at this area, let me zoom in very well to show you. If you look at this area, you can tell we have some kind of imbalance, right? Let me mark it and show you guys. I like to mark my imbalances properly. So you have some sort of imbalance here. You guys can see it, right? You can see the imbalance between these two candles. So we'll take this entire candle for our zone, which is our other block, leaving the imbalance behind for market to come and fill everything back into our zone. So I'll just have this area as my first possible sell zone, just because of the imbalance we have on that level. So you have a possible buy zone here. This is the bottom of the range, and then this is the top of the range that I marked initially. Why is this thing not picking? Okay, this is the top of the range that I marked initially, right? But then we are going to just focus on the other blocks in the zone. That is what I trade more. So we have the first possible sell zone above. We are going to refine it. And then we will still take note of the top of the range and the bottom of the range, okay? So possible buy zone here. We have a possible sell zone, which is, we are going to refine it, this on the daily time frame. Those shouting, your zone is big, your zone is big. Don't worry, the zone won't be big afterwards. Possible sell zone. And for this area, I'll just write the bottom of the range, just so you know what to look out for. Bottom of the range. Bottom of the range. Then we have the top of the range, which is these two range, right? The consolidation. So this is the top of the range, not bottom. Top of the range. Then you have the bottom of the range. Now we have our buy zone here, meaning that just in case market comes back to tap this area, market comes back into the zone, right? To tap this area, gets to this top of the range, we might have some retracement coming in from there. Okay? And then maybe back into the sell zone we have above. Okay? That is what I am expecting to happen on GBP USD. So the top of the range is still there. It is not a sell zone, guys. And at the top of the range, market can still retrace there just because it's the top of the range. No other confluence. But then when we come to the possible sell zone, I have some good confluences there to get in for sales, right? So let's move on to the 4-hour time frame. Let's try and refine the zones we have. So for the buy zone, we can refine it to this other block we have here. This other block we have here, right? And then for the sell zone, let's move to the top of the range. That zone is too big. Let's try and refine it. So on the 4-hour, there seems we don't have any area on the 4-hour that hasn't been mitigated. Every area seems to have been mitigated. So let's move on to the 1-hour quickly. then try and see if the market left any imbalance behind like it did on the daily time frame. Let's see on the 1 hour. Let me zoom in so we can all see. Beautiful. On the 1 hour, we have it on this candle here. This candle we have right here. So I'm going to refine it to that candle, just because every area in that zone seems to have been mitigated already, except this level. So now if we find our big sell zone we had on the daily time frame all the way to that small zone you see up there. So the possible sell zone now becomes this level, right? Should we remove the top of the range? Let's just remove it. Let's remove it. It's not a sell zone though, so I wouldn't want to confuse you guys with it. It's not a sell zone. Now for the buy zone, for the 1 hour time frame, we cannot refine it. It seems to have been tapped already. But let's check 30 minutes for the buy zone if we can do some refinement. 30 minutes seems to have also been tapped. Let's see 15 minutes in the same buy zone. Buy zone on 15 minutes, yes, we have an untapped area here. Now, if we check this area too, I think this should be, okay, this was last month. This was last month. But inside the same bigger zone, we have price leaving this level behind. Mostly when you see that small candle, okay, and then that's big momentum, that candle is mostly the candle that had most of the bulk orders placed on, which now becomes the order block. Meaning that if price comes back to the same area, we might have similar reaction like we had with this candle, right? So we have this area as our possible buy zone now. That is simply the order block. We are just trading with the minds of the banks, right? So we have our order block here, and then we have our possible sell zone above here. Now, the bottom of the range is just for you to know that markets might still come back into that same area because we have a level also left behind at the bottom of the range. If I'm marking it, that's going to be this area we have here. So if you want to trade the bottom of the range, you can trade this level inside the range. Let me add some zeros to it to extend it. Give me a while, guys. Let me just... It says no sound detected. Is my audio on, guys? TikTok is telling they can't detect any sound. Is my audio on? So for the bottom of the range, I'm going to mark this level here. Is my audio on, guys? Why is this thing not marking? Okay, I see the reason. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so that is it for the pound US dollar. We have two buy zones and then we have our sell zone above here. And I told you guys somehow I feel like we will still come back to the same setup I had from last week. Let's check. So for last week, we had the same thing. We had the sell zone here, which is just like the sell zone I had at this level. Just I think this time we refined it a little. It's the same zone actually. The same zone, 1.3800 whatever, right? Let's see the buy zone around 1.3300. Let me just check if it's the same zone I have for today. 1.3300. I think this time that zone is below. It's still the same area, but I have it slightly below now. And I also have this same buy zone. So I told you guys, if I do my analysis, it's still gonna bring me back to the same setup I had from last week. It's because I follow particular things. I follow a structure, right? When I'm analyzing, there are things I follow. So I know that if I analyze this setup and I move to another chart, just change the candles or whatever for me, I'll still come back to the same zones that I had initially. That is what we just saw on GBP USD. So that is it for GU. I'm gonna send the setup to the community for everyone so that you can just have the same zones on your charts. Okay, let's move on to silver. So silver remains the buy zone last week. Price didn't tap it, and then we had all that massive push up. Let's remove drawings and then let's start analyzing afresh for today. So let's start for the daily time frame. This is silver, guys. Silver has a similar structure to gold. Okay, now silver, we can say we've broken out of a channel, which is, let's say this trend line here, right? Now, in that trend line, the level that was left behind was this other block we have here. I did this thing with you guys last week, most of you on the live. Not the Monday live, the daily live trading. We analyzed how gold, we should be expecting gold and silver to react. So left this zone behind. So mean that even if price goes up, wherever it wants to come down, we'll still have a reaction in this zone. Just because we broke out of the channel, okay, out of the trend line, and the market left this area behind. So we have that area as our first possible buy zone. I don't know if market is going to come there today, tomorrow, next month, next 2 months, but it's still a very good zone to look out for possible buys, because gold gave us a similar zone, and then currently we have that swing area on gold. So possible buy zone on silver. Okay, now another thing on silver too is we can use break and retest, right? Which is this resistance point we had here, market broke out of it. Already, I think this candle has come back to retest it. This bullish candle, it's already retested it and then pushing up already. Okay. Now, as silver is pushing up, where should we be expecting possible sales from? That is when we come back to this zone I've had from June, this area here. Before this market dropped, okay, we had this level, this other block left behind. I was hoping that as market was dropping, this candle we had here would at least pull up to come and tap, then tap this other block, okay, then we drop. But what happened? It left that level behind and then dropped without it. So we are still going to have that level behind. Markets might probably have left it there for another swing sell setup, okay. So let's have that level down. It's a very big imbalance that market needs to come back to fill. So we have that level being left behind. So on the daily, we have our first possible sell zone and buy zone. And now we just have to refine it on the lower time frame. So possible sell zone. Let's check the 4-hour time frame now. So on the 4-hour time frame, in the possible sell zone we marked, we can refine it to this very small level here. Can you see it? So let's refine it to this small area here. For the buy zone, buy zone. I would want to refine it, but yeah, guys, let's refine it to this small level here. I'm not sure if we will have any small area to refine from in this zone, but let's just have it down, okay, for possible swing opportunities. When we move to the lower time frame, 15 minutes and so, we'll get, day trading setups from here. But now I'm on the 4-hour time frame, so we are just getting the main direction, which is market heading here overall, okay, the market coming down here to overall in the end. Let's go to the 1 hour. Let me just check 3 hour quickly. 3 hour, the sell zone looks very good on the 3 hour time frame, guys. 2 hour time frame, sell zone looks good on the 2 hour time frame. Let's see for the buy zone. The buy zone is still not clear. Let's check the 1 hour time frame buy zone. So for the 1 hour time frame, we can refine the buy zone to this small level here, which at least makes some sense, right? With the 1 hour time frame, let's see 30 minutes. 30 minutes buy zone on silver also makes sense because you have a small imbalance left here. We can refine it to the body here, right? This looks good. Let me just quickly check the sell zone. The sell zone on 30 minutes, we don't have data for it. Data is not popping up. Okay, data just came. So for the sell zone, we can still refine it on the 30 minutes time frame to this level we have here. Can refine it. Now 15 minutes, let me just quickly check for the sell zone too. 15 minutes. So 15 minutes, we can refine it to this zone, and then let's just check the buy zone. Where is the buy zone? Where is the buy zone? These are more like swing setups, so I can't even find where they are. Just need to keep on scrolling till I find it. Okay, that's the buy zone. We just found it. So let's see if we can do any refinement on the buy zone. Guys, the 15-minute zone looks good for buys. So that's going to be it for silver. The 15-minute zone, you can see It's just like we marked on the 30 minutes, right? It looks good for buys, so that is fine. So let's move on to the 1 hour. Let me just mark all the zones down. We have our possible sell zone here. We'll get day trading set up soon. Let me quickly just type these things down. So possible sell zone. And then we have our possible buy zone below. And these zones are very small, guys. They are very small zones. They are not big zones. So it'll be worth the risk if market gets to any of the zones. Okay, now for day trading setup, let's look through. Okay, when I said day trading setup, it means that in this current structure, where could market be heading to? Where can we get maybe some 80 pips, some 100 pips? That is what I'm talking about, okay? Now for day trading setups, nothing really in this structure, nothing really here. Let's move on to 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes, you might have something coming through on the 30 minutes time frame. On the 30 minutes, you might have something coming through for possible buys. Okay, possible buys in this zone. Okay, let's see on 15 if we have any sell zone. Beautiful. So on the 15 minutes, we have a zone here. We have a level left behind here, which I'm quite sure we'll have some reaction on. On silver, we have this level behind here, right? Market left that zone behind, they didn't tap it before dropping. Now, if I look on the 15 minutes, I might have to refine my buy zone to this, because on this whole structure, this is the last level we have. I always like to look at the lowest level, okay, that I can actually buy from. So I'll move it to this other block that we have here. And on the 15 minutes, we are still going to stick to this other block we have here. Let's see the 10 minutes time frame. 10 minutes sell zone is fine. Buy zone is exact on the 10 minutes. Okay, let's see 7 minutes. 7 minutes, guys, the buy zone on 7 minutes is very good. So we have this buy zone on the 7 minutes. Looks good for me. For the sells, yes, 7 minutes also looks good. The 7 minutes time frame is a very good time frame, guys. 7 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, very good time frames. So let's move on to the 5 minutes to refine for our day trading setup. 5 minutes, the zones have already been tapped. It doesn't need any refinement, but the buy zone still looks valid on the 5 minutes time frame. So this is what I have for day trading. Okay, day trading setups today. The sell zone, I'll still want to refine it because it looks big for, a day trading setup. Let me check 2 minutes. It looks big for a day trading setup. Let me see 1 minute. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, it seems every area there has been mitigated aside the 7 minute time frame. So we can't have any refinement from there just yet. So this is what I have for day trading, okay? So for day traders, this is what we focus on for now. So possible sell zone. And then we'll have this possible buy zone below, which is today, tomorrow, or possibly today, where we might have market reacting from. So let me just reduce the font. And then let's have that. The sell zone, unfortunately, I cannot refine it. So it's going to be more like a monitoring zone because you have to wait for confirmation. It's a big zone. But the buy zone, yes, it's a good one. The sell zone, you have to wait for confirmation. It's a big zone. So that's it for silver. These are the day trading zones. And then the swing zones are what I have below, which is this. And then the sell zone that we have up here for silver. Is it okay, guys? Is silver okay? To comprehend, guys. Do you understand? Do you understand, guys? Awesome. This is silver XAGUSD. It's been watermarked on the screen, so you see it. That's it. It's been watermarked here. Every pair has been watermarked, so you can see it there, okay? Okay, is silver clear, guys? Okay, so awesome. Okay, let's move on to BTC. I'm gonna do gold last because if I do gold now, all of you will leave the live. You guys came for gold, but there are people who also want these setups on your USD. Those that want have small account, they don't want to risk so much. They can use those pairs. Now for BTC, let me use a different chart because I still have price in my sell zone on BTC, and actually that is the last sell zone on that structure. On this structure here, that's the last sell zone I have. If market is going to break out of the sell zone, it means there's going to be some big bullish momentum coming in. And also because BTC didn't react to NFP, right? The NFP momentum, BTC didn't react to it so much. So we don't have much on BTC. I believe markets might break out of this sell zone eventually. But then if it's going to sell, that is the only sell zone in this whole structure. There's no other sell zone left in the structure. That is the last sell zone left. I have my last buy zone below here, but let me just analyze afresh with a different chart and see if we can have something coming in. So let's start from the daily time frame. On daily time frame, there is something I'm seeing on BTC, right? Let's check the line charts. Okay, now we are having some sort of chart pattern here on BTC. Okay, where we have where is it? Pattern. Okay, head and shoulder. So we have this here, the left shoulder. We have the head. Okay, the head somewhere here, and then we have the right shoulder from here for BTC. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see what I'm showing? Is it clear? Can you see it? This is the left shoulder. We have the head, and then we have the right shoulder. Can you see it? That is what is forming at the moment on BTC. Can you see it? Okay. That could be why it's probably just consolidating. Okay. Now, I don't mostly consider the chart pattern complete until we have markets break out of the neckline, which is this level we have here. We need to break out of this level before I can confirm that indeed the buys are now valid. This is a chart pattern, all right, but market might just turn it into a double top and then sell eventually. It happens mostly. So this is the chart pattern we have on BTC. The left shoulder here, the head is all the way to this level, the right shoulder all the way to this level, and then we have the left shoulder here. We might have price coming in to push up eventually, right? So I'm going to be looking for buys now on BTC, but then the buys won't be valid until we break out of this neckline. Please keep that in mind. Okay. Let's just delete the pattern. That is the neckline we have here. Once we close above it, we can tell that at least we are in for some good buys. Now for the sales, like I told you guys, the last sell structure is what I marked earlier, right? For sales last week. For buys, there's no area on the daily time frame for buys. For sales, there's no area on the daily time frame for sales on BTC. Maybe this resistance here, right? But let's move on to the 4-hour time frame. Let me delete the resistance. Let's try to understand structure now. On the 4-hour, we have price giving us all of these lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Market is now gathering itself to start breaking the lows, right? So we have the first level here. This is the first lower low from this point. We have the second one from this point here. When we start breaking and closing above these lows, then you would know, even without me coming on the chart to tell you, you would know that we are now getting out of the whole range, right? We are now beginning to break structure. This is a lower high point. If we have a candle closure above it, there's a possibility we can break this lower high point. There's a possibility we can break the next 1, 2, and all the way the pattern now becomes complete for possible buys. So now let's just wait and see if we have a closure above. I'm still convinced for buys on BTC USD, but just to be safe, we will look for a closure. But I'm gonna get the buy zones down, okay? Just gonna get the buy zones down. Let's move on to the 1 hour. BTC looks very messy, trust me. Because of the consolidation, looks very messy. Looks very messy. Now for sales, the only sell structure I can now see on this. Now I'm using Coinbase, guys. I'm using the Coinbase chart. I'm using Coinbase for BTC. So we have this. Let's extend it. This will be my sell zone, my first sell zone on the 1 hour time frame for BTC. For buys, I think for buys on BTC, let's wait because I'm not really seeing any confirmation for buys on BTC, okay? But for sells, yes, there's a zone up here. For buys on BTC, I'm not seeing anything just yet. 30 minutes time frame, let's see 30 minutes. 30 minutes, well. This is gonna be a monitoring zone, okay? Not a possible buy zone. Only because of the liquidity we have there. But it's gonna be a monitor buy zone, monitoring zone. And then we have our cells up here. Let's see if we can refine the sell zone. So for the sell zone, we can't do any much refinement on the 30 minutes. Let's see 15 minutes. So 15 minutes for the sell zone. Okay, now we can bring it to this, but it's still big. It's still a big zone. Still a big zone. Let's see 10 minutes. 10 minutes on BTC. Still the same thing like we have on the 15 minutes. Let's check 7 minutes on BTC. The same zone. If there's any area in the zone, we can actually refine our... Still the same thing, guys. Let's check 5 minutes. That will be the last one. I'm not gonna go lower than 5 minutes. So let's see 5 minutes. Well, what a beauty. We have this area sitting in the 5 minutes zone, okay? This other blockage. So we can refine it all the way to this small area here. This is beautiful. I was looking for a zone like this to refine to. So this is a zone we're looking at for BTC for the possible sales, right? Now for buys on BTC, I told you guys, let's just wait. Let's wait on it. Let's wait on buys on BTC. Let's wait on buys. The 30 minutes zone I marked is going to be a monitoring zone. So I'll mark it down. Monitor buy zone. It's not going to be like a tap and go, okay? So just monitor for confirmation. So monitor buy zone, and then we have the possible sell zone here. Possible sell zone. I'm moving to gold afterwards. Possible sell zone on BTC USD. And then we have monitoring buy zone below. So this is what I have for BTC USD. All right? This is what I have for BTC USD. But then the buys are really going to be stronger if the pattern ends up completing, like I showed you guys. If this pattern, the inverse head and shoulder, ends up getting complete, this we have here, this thing. If we complete this, pattern, okay, then we'll have some good momentum coming in. If you complete this pattern, this inverse head and shoulder pattern, the left shoulder, the right shoulder, if we have a breakout above of this level, then we can really be sure with the buys. Like, it's really gonna be massive for buys. But for now, let's just play with the zones, okay? Let's play according to the zones. Is BTC clear, guys? Is BTC clear? So do auto mark same on your charts also with the head and shoulder pattern we marked. Mark the same on your chart. Mark the neckline and then let's wait and see, okay? Okay, is BTC clear? YouTube, is BTC clear for those on YouTube? And by the way, guys, I'm streaming live on YouTube and I'm live on TikTok also. I'm live on both platforms. How do you find your zones? That is what I'm doing with you. Come on, I've been doing that with you since I started this live. I've been doing how I find my zones with you guys. I've been doing that with you. I should write the figure. No worries, guys. I'm going to send the setup to the channel, the community. I'll post everything there. USD, gold, BTC, silver. You get everything. So don't worry about that, okay? Don't worry about that. Someone is asking how I draw my zones. Have I been wasting my time here all this while, guys? Because I'm showing you how I draw my zones, but someone is asking how do you find your zones? How do I answer that, guys? Anyway, let's move on to gold. Let's move on to gold. Gold, let me use FXCM. Let me use FXCM on gold. Damn, guys. Okay, this was the zone we had last week on gold for, was it on Thursday? Yes, for the 600 pips move, this area here. Let's just delete everything. And I always say, if there's anyone who has been projecting gold buys for the past 2 months, it is me. I've been projecting gold for buys from June, ending of June. I've been projecting gold for buys when everyone was thinking sells. Now what do we see? We have this big bullish momentum coming. Okay, now let me show you what I analyzed with my VIP members when it came to gold. So when we look at gold has been moving in this channel, right? It's been moving in this. When I say a channel, moving in some sort of trend. So let's just mark the whole trend down. So gold has been moving in this channel, right? Okay, we expect that. I mean, how we understand trend lines, market to keep on bouncing on the trend line or bouncing off it and then dropping, more like a channel. But then let's see what happens. Market taps this line, the trend line, and then breaks out of it. Now when market broke out of the trend line, it left this area behind, just like what I showed you guys on silver, the same thing. So we left this level behind, and that's the same thing that has happened on silver now. Left this level behind, and then eventually, market will still push up, find a level to rest, and then come back to take that zone out. So let's see what happened. Market came back into the zone, okay, and then we had a big bullish break out of the zone. This was too fast. Let me show you guys another thing too. Now, as market tapped the zone for buys, as it tapped this zone market left behind for buys, it was creating a new channel behind, which was this. It was creating a new wall. Just like it created a wall here and this candle closed out of it. It's created a new wall now, which is this trend line. And then now market broke out of that line. So just like we had here, where it tapped and then pushed up, we have the same level here too. We have another level here. That market might come back to tap and then push up. Is that analysis clear? Is that very clear? Let me know if that really makes sense and it's clear for you. Let me know if it makes sense and it's very clear for you guys. Just, you know, technical analysis is just using past historical data to forecast where price is heading to. So just like it's done initially, okay, which is breaking out of the trend line, coming back into this other block, tapping it, pushing up. We have the same thing. It tapped this trend line, it created that trend line there, that channel, right? Broke out of it, left this other block behind. Use technical analysis. The same thing might happen. You guys confuse yourself sometimes too much going to look for things. Just use past historical data to forecast what price might do again. As simple as that. So just like we have here, price tapped this area we had here for possible buys. We have this area also left behind for possible buys also. So let's just extend this zone. So that's going to be my first possible buy zone. Okay, now let's just close it because I've shown you guys what I'm looking at. So it looks like it's unreachable, but you never know gold. You guys know gold can start dumping all the way with one candle to this zone. So I'm not going to disregard this zone. This zone is going to be my swing zone, like a first possible buy zone on daily. I'm going to refine it though, so no worries. I'm a day trader, so I'll refine my zones. Possible buy zone. Now for the sell zone on gold, just like we had on silver, showed you guys a zone on silver. There was a level market was supposed to tap here, right? It didn't tap this zone. I've had this zone from June, beginning of June or something. And markets didn't tap the zone and then started dropping. So we are still going to have that level down. I never imagined markets will come back to this area. Because I used to analyze it a lot in most of my live analysis. Somewhere in June, you can go and watch out for this zone. I used to have it down a lot, hoping for a swing opportunity there, but markets dropped without me. Now we are heading towards that zone again, so I'm positive we might have some good reaction coming in. Let's move on to the 4-hour. So my first possible sell zone is gonna be this. If you want to see this zone, go back to my analysis, my live analysis in June, the live analysis I have. You see I marked this zone down for a long time. Beginning of June, somewhere, maybe 12 June or something. Before that, you see all those zones there. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. So in the 4-hour time frame, for this possible sell zone, we can refine it to this small zone we have here. Okay. Now for the buy zone on the 4-hour, I was hoping NFP will come back and tap this zone. It didn't tap it, still doesn't mess up anything. we'll still mark it down for possible buys. Okay, now market is heading to this zone. I think I would want to trade this zone. I don't think I would want to wait for any trade in this area. Let's see, maybe 15 minutes will change my mind, but let's see. For now, there's really nothing on the 4-hour time frame. Let's see the 3-hour time frame. 3-hour time frame. Nothing really just yet, guys. Let's just see if we can refine the sell zone on the 3-hour. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We can refine it to this small area we have here. That even makes our work easy because we don't have to risk more. Let's check for the buy zone. Buy zone on 3-hour, it's okay. Let's not even touch it. Now on 3-hour, let me just mark my pivotal level down. Okay, this is my pivotal level, and I have another block at the pivotal level. That is what is really confusing at the moment. I have another block at the pivotal level, but market has not broken out of this high yet. Quite a confusing one. Possible buys coming in from this area, around this area, but let's see. Let me check the 3-hour time frame. So on 3-hour time frame, we have this area left behind, but let's see 1 hour. 1 hour. Guys, for gold, let's just wait on the buys for now. Or let me check 30 minutes. Let's wait on gold for now, guys. Let's wait on gold for now. The only one I'm convinced of market touching there, maybe today, tomorrow, is this sell zone we have up here. Even that, let's see if we can refine it on 30 minutes. Yes, we can refine it. Makes our job easier. So we can refine it to this small area we have here. This should be about, this is a big zone, guys. This more than 100 pips. This about 150 pips for this sell zone. For buys, 15 minutes. Let me check the buy zone. For buys on 15 minutes, might be looking at this level, but guys, let's see. Everything on gold now, apart from the swing zones, it doesn't really look clear. Okay, doesn't look clear for me on gold at the moment. Let me just have here as a monitor sell zone. Monitor for sales. This level here, but for buys, I'm not so sure. 15 minutes. For buys, not so sure, guys. Not so sure. 10 minutes. Let me check 10 minutes. 10 minutes, my monitor sell zone looks okay on 10 minutes. But for the buys, there are so many zones here, I wouldn't want to concentrate on buys for now. So I'm going to just focus on this monitor sell zone, okay? This monitor sell zone for today. Unless my bias changes, I have some new buy zones coming in. But for now, I have just 3 zones on gold, which is my main buy zone below, my swing sell zone, which is above here, and then this zone, which is going to be a monitor sell zone. I'm positive we might have some reaction in this zone, okay? Some sell reaction. So that's going to be what I'm going to focus on for today. On 3 minutes, we can refine the zone even smaller. I'm just hoping I get into this trade. The way I'm refining it, just hoping I get into the trade. Sometimes you refine so much and you end up not getting into the trade overall. So yeah, guys, that'll be it. This zone should be about 40 pips. The sell zone, let's check, should be about 40 pips. Yes, 40 pips exactly. 40 pips exactly. Actually 39 pips. So that sell zone, I'm going to be trading this sell zone. But for the buys, I'll just take a while and then try and understand what market is doing. For now, it's just sell confirmations it's giving for day trading, okay? This tweezer with this closure, with this other block left behind. We also have a psychological level close to that level too. And some other confluences there. So that's going to be it for gold. Is gold clear, guys? Is the swing zone and then the monitor zone clear for now? Don't worry, I'll come up with a buy zone, but give me a while, okay? Give me a while too. to look out for that. So these are my 3 zones on gold. The possible sell zone, buy zone below, and then this monitor sell zone that I have here. This monitor sell zone. Is gold clear, guys? Do you record your live? Yes, it's on YouTube. Every live I have is on YouTube, okay? It's on YouTube. Every live I ever have is always recorded on YouTube. So go subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's Arbitrage on YouTube too. Just search for Arbitrage on YouTube and you find it, okay? And guys, that'll be it. Give me a while, I'll come up with a gold buy zone, okay? If you don't have any buy zone, we'll trade only the sell zone. But I love this sell zone. Let me even put an alert on it. I would want to trade this gold sell zone. That is, if it gets there, I would want to trade this sell zone on gold. Let me bring it lower. So I've set an alert for the sell zone on gold. Let me delete my pivotal level. I'll come up with the zone later on. So that is it for gold, guys. That is it for gold. CHF I've never traded that pair before. The person who traded that pair for me was when I started trading, there was someone, account manager, right, who took my accounts and then started trading CHF. He blew the account with CHF and he ended up asking me, did I give the logins to anyone? I was like, don't annoy me. It's me and you that had the logins to the account. Why are you asking me? Moreover, I don't even trade CHF. So whenever someone mentions that pair, it always takes me back to that experience. That CHF that blew my account some time back. Anyway, guys, we've done an hour, so it's fine. I'll share all the setups to the community. You have everything: Bitcoin, gold, silver, GBP USD, Euro USD. Everything is gonna be in the community. And by the way, guys, if you use Xness, you can join my VIP for free. Every setup I'm taking here, every setup on gold, I send a signal to the VIP. So if you want to take my gold signals, you can join the VIP. And last week, every single trade we took from Monday to Friday was a win. Just NFP messed us up with about 53 pips loss. That was on NFP, a very small scalp trade that took us out. That was our last trade for the week, but Monday to Friday, every single trade has been a banger on gold. If you want to take such trades with us, do all to join the VIP. Send the WhatsApp to the number you see on your screen. The WhatsApp number is on the screen, guys. Send a WhatsApp, just say join VIP, and I'll send you the instructions on how you can join. It's very easy to join the VIP. And you don't pay any subscription fee. It's free for a lifetime so far as you have an Xness account, okay? NAS 100. Oh, guys, no. We've done an hour already, okay? I'll be going live again too. Someone is saying CHF, AUD, CAD, like that's Australian dollar and Canadian dollar. NAS 100, GBP guys. Nah. That'll take a while. This is gold, so let's monitor this sell zone and I'll come back shortly for us to live trade it. If I'm not live, then it's gonna be sent to the VIP. So make sure you get in before price gets there. All right. Mrs. Abba, most of us can't wait for your next mentorship. Yes, it's gonna open in October, so just keep your fingers crossed for that. October, I'm gonna open slots for the new mentorship. Okay, guys. That'll be it. Take care, guys. And those waiting for the setup, I'm sending it shortly after the live. You get everything in the community. This is a 10 minutes time frame. 10 minutes. Okay? You don't need the minutes time frame. Don't worry. I'll send it to the community. You have everything. Okay, guys. Take care and peace out. I'll see you guys. Have a good week. Let's hope we have a profitable week this week like we did last week. Let's make some Benjamins this week, guys. And bye. Yeah, listen to the song I sang. Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'll be coming live very soon in about an hour or an hour and 30 minutes for us to trade gold live, okay? So just in about an hour or 30 minutes, I'll come back for us to trade gold live. But if there's any signal before that, VIP is going to get it, okay? My group is in my bio. Check in my bio. There's a link in my bio on TikTok. Tap on it and you can join. Same for YouTube. Go to my YouTube profile. You'd find my community link in my YouTube profile too, okay? Okay, guys. Take care, and bye.